Juice WRLD swallowed a handful of pills on a private plane. 20 minutes later, he was dying. He was 21. Lil Wayne has survived multiple seizures. He started sipping lean at 11 years old. Both loved the same drink. Purple. Sweet. Poured over ice. And it was silently rewiring their brains with every sip. Lean isn't a hip-hop aesthetic. It's a pharmaceutical opioid cocktail that hijacks your dopamine system faster than most street drugs. Neuroscience explains exactly why it traps people. By the end of this video, you'll understand how one cup starts a cycle your brain physically can't escape, and why the culture that glamorizes it makes quitting nearly impossible. Let's start with what's in that cup. Lean is prescription cough syrup containing codeine and promethazine. Codeine is an opioid. Promethazine is an antihistamine that amplifies the sedation. Mix it with Sprite. Add Jolly Ranchers for sweetness. The result? A purple syrupy drink that tastes like candy. It originated in Houston in the 1990s. DJ Screw built an entire movement around it. Chopped and screwed, slowed down beats designed for the lean high. The double cup, the purple color, the slow music. These aren't accidents. They're rituals. And your brain pays attention to every single detail. Here's what happens inside your brain. Codeine enters your system. Your liver converts it to morphine. Morphine binds to opioid receptors in your brain's reward center. Then comes the flood. Your brain releases massive amounts of dopamine, way more than natural rewards ever could. Food, connection, accomplishment, nothing compares to this artificial surge. Neuroscientists call this reward prediction error. Your brain expected normal. It got an explosion. So it recalibrates. It says, this is the new standard for feeling good. Here's the trap. Your brain reduces its own dopamine production. Why make it naturally when the drug delivers so much? After a few weeks, your baseline drops. Music doesn't hit the same. Food tastes flat. Friends feel boring. The only thing that makes you feel okay? Another cup. This is tolerance. And with lean, it builds faster than most people realize. But neuroscience is only half the story. The other half is psychology. Specifically, a principle called social proof. Psychologist Robert Cialdini identified this. When we're uncertain about a behavior, we look to people we admire to decide what's acceptable. When Lil Wayne mentions lean like it's casual. When Future makes it sound luxurious. When Juice WRLD raps about it constantly. Your brain takes notes. It thinks, these people are successful, talented, cool, and they sip. Maybe it's not that dangerous. This is the halo effect. Positive traits from one area bleed into unrelated judgments. You trust their music, so you unconsciously trust their habits. There's more. The mere exposure effect says the more you see something, the more normal it feels. Purple cups in every video. Lean references in every playlist. Your brain stops flagging it as risky. The culture doesn't just normalize lean. It makes lean feel like belonging. Now let's talk about classical conditioning. Pavlov's famous experiment. Ring a bell before feeding a dog. Eventually, the bell alone makes the dog salivate. Lean works the same way. The double cup, the purple color, the sound of pouring over ice, the playlist, the friends you're with. All of these become conditioned cues. After enough sessions, your brain doesn't need the drug to start craving. The cup alone triggers dopamine anticipation. The environment becomes the trigger. This is why quitting while staying in the same scene, same friend group, same habits, is brutally hard. Your brain wired the entire context to the drug. Everywhere you look, something whispers. Remember how good that felt? Let's say you try to stop. Here's what's waiting. Codeine withdrawal means nausea, muscle aches, anxiety, insomnia, sweating, and intense cravings. Not usually life-threatening, but deeply uncomfortable. And here's the psychological trap. You're no longer sipping to get high. You're sipping to feel normal, to avoid the pain. Psychologists call this negative reinforcement. The drug removes something bad, withdrawal, so you keep taking it. You went from chasing pleasure to escaping pain. That shift is the hallmark of addiction. Your reward system restructured. Its new default is suffering. Only the drug offers relief. Lil Wayne described it. I don't even get high anymore. I just feel normal. That's the prison. Feeling normal requires the thing that's killing you. So is there hope? Yes, but it requires understanding something important. Your brain is plastic. Neuroplasticity means it can rewire. The dopamine system can recover. Natural rewards can feel good again. But it takes time, and it takes distance. Distance from the drug. Distance from the triggers. Sometimes distance from the culture itself. This isn't about willpower. It's about environment design. You cannot think your way out of a conditioning trap. You have to change what your brain sees, hears, and associates with reward. Therapy helps. Medical support helps. But most importantly, building new rituals, new cues, new sources of meaning that rewires the brain. The culture makes it feel like you're leaving something behind. But what you're actually leaving is a system designed to keep you dependent. Here's the truth. Lean isn't glamorous. It's an opioid dressed in purple. It uses your brain's reward system against you. And the culture that surrounds it makes the trap invisible. And if you're not struggling, question what you're consuming. Not just substances, but the media that normalizes them. Your brain is always learning. Make sure it's learning what you actually want.